you want to do that, or you want to hang out with the boys?
Fuck you.
Hey, fuck your plans, Thor. We're doing the podcast
Yep,
right
there
now.
we go,
We're starting
Thor.
at this moment. This is Everything Has to Go, Season 2.
Season 2!
That's what we're calling it.
We made
I'm
it.
Dan. I'm always here. White Oak. We'll go around. We'll go that way.
Strawberry McThickums.
Oh, yeah. Strawberry McThickums.
I like
Had to
that.
at least get that one.
The Burgundy
Oh,
Stallion.
who cares? Keep going.
We got Slick Nick, a.k.a. the
Quick
Beast from the
Nick.
East, a.k.a. Granddaddy Nat.
Quick, Nick.
Quick Nick, that's you can
Slick Dick
substitute
Nick is
either
good
or,
too.
but any one of them works.
I am Dirt Daddy T, now Narc Daddy T,
Oh,
also the Dire Wook, and lastly Thor.
The
And
salesman.
the Wook sound.
Sun guy.
Boys want some solar.
I don't know.
I'm your man.
And
Coming
I'm
new to the podcast.
Yeah, I'm slash old slash new guy. You know, come back to the podcast, but before y'all's time, I'm just Sal for now. So.
Also,
You need a tree.
the good little Muslim
That's
boy.
what I was trying to
Good little Muslim.
I wanted to give him
The
a nice...
Colorado Redwood.
I was trying to give him a co-ed
Homeborn hero.
If you say so.
Yeah.
We got Kyle, the drywall assassin, a.k.a. Swamp Ash, a.k.a. Fredward Coleslaw. Check the SoundCloud and all that shit. There's songs and stuff. Whatever. Do your thing. Go on.
We got Sean, a.k.a. Rich Mahogany, a.k.a. Lake Hole Man. That's all we're going right now because that's all I can remember. It's been a bit.
Agwin,
Yep, there we go.
Colvar,
There we go.
some stuff. And
Yep, there we go.
Did you say Rich Mahogany?
Yep, that was the first
Yeah,
one.
we
I am
We're the fans.
I am the richest of mahoganies. First off, because
He's also the
I'm a
poorest
brown
of
man
mahogany.
who's indigenous. So
Yeah, just have to make sure that everyone knows that, Brown.
I'm a brown man.
Thank God someone else sees it. Oh, hey, I'm Al, Big Al, Big alopecia.
Yep,
AKA
because he has a
Go ahead. Feel free.
hereditary disease that makes him not have hair.
Male pattern baldness.
Yep, that's what they call it.
Should we go ahead and go on around next?
Sorry, bud.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm gonna show you. I'm fine.
What is Alex slash Beanie Kid slash the guy that doesn't have a hairline slash beard?
Baldy
ginger beard?
McBalderson.
Shut up, bitch.
Rowdy Row, Tennessee Cypress,
Vanilla McThickums.
Vanilla McThickums. And I can smell my own ass. So
It might be our asses, too.
You're doing
it could be
fine.
y'all's asses.
That's definitely.
I definitely think it's Harrison because he took a mean old shit earlier and there's no TP
I've
in
never
there.
shit in
So
this
I don't
office
know how
once
he
in my
did it.
entire
Let's
life.
finish this up.
We're so close.
Boo, a.k.a. River Birch,
AKA Grumpy Hippie.
AKA guy that went to Japan.
Anal Dutchman.
AKA
Oh yeah, the trailers. That was a good one.
That's accurate.
Okay.
I was there.
AKA the Colorado Greeley Eagle. That's what he is.
The Regal?
Yeah, the Greagle. Yep, the Greagle.
Oh, anyway, all right. We brought us all here today because Thor's leaving us.
Aww.
I'm out.
Boo.
Why,
I'd say
Thor,
off to
why?
bigger and better
It's
things,
over.
but he's gonna be a salesman.
Can't do it anymore.
He's moving on to bigger and more glowy things in the
Yes.
solar region.
Bigger,
Specifically in Minnesota,
Bigger
so if you're in that area, find that kid.
More northern, more sunlight-oriented things.
It's good to know you're moving on to things.
It is things, yeah. I have a plan. We'll see what happens.
Oh. Well, do you have any last words for us?
Oh shit, just put me
Thor-
on the spot.
No, I want
Walk
you to
us
think
through
about
your
it until
day
the
today.
end.
Okay.
Yeah, just tell us about the one mover that you don't like the most.
You can have the last 75 minutes of this podcast to
Damn.
say whatever you need.
I don't know. I don't think that's enough time.
Hold on.
I can't help
Thor?
but feel like this is gonna be directed towards me.
Walk me through the day you woke up, and when you woke up today, when you
Your
opened your
last
eyes,
day
to
of
how
the
you
day.
how your last day has been.
You
When I
are-
opened my eyes,
day in my
okay.
life.
I opened my eyes to George walking in my room to take a fat ass shit right as I was getting up, and he was leaving to go back to the Springs.
Got in the
Sounds
back-to-back
about right.
James and
Yeah,
George
dude.
shits.
Fucking James is at my house till 11:30. Also does the same thing, waking up, just takes a fat ass shit in my bathroom, and then leaves. So
Jesus.
yeah, I came to work hoping it was going to be the worst day, and
It sure was. You did yourself.
Hey,
It's
is your name Thor, Kyle?
Sorry. He's right though. I got what I wanted. This will be my last memory. Fucking goddamn, I can't even pronounce their names. Etor and Watana. Yeah.
Ooh.
Fucking cucks, bro. I
Sound like a language
cucks.
barrier.
No, that sounds like some California shit.
Watch your
Oh,
mouth.
yeah.
Watch your
Spot
fucking mouth.
on.
Keep going through, Thor. Tell me about it.
Oh,
How did
just
it make
the
you
day,
feel?
Good and bad. I definitely was pretty pissed for like half an hour, right when I talked to Harrison, and then I don't know, just accepted it is what it is.
Was that after Harrison blew up everyone who was on the job, asking where
He
they
never
were?
stopped doing that. Let's be
Yeah,
clear.
okay, yeah, that's
To
true.
the
That's
time we
true.
shut the doors in the truck and
Well,
headed
first
back,
off,
he was still blowing us up.
let's just say Bennett stopped him the first time, and then Bennett left, and there was a little devil on his shoulder. that said, "Yeah, why don't you call them, see where they are?"
You should have heard the conversation. Sean's like, Harrison, call them. And he's like, oh, okay. And I said, why are you doing this? And he's like, oh, I'm calling them. And I said, why are you doing this?
Me and
It's
Bennett
like,
went
"'Cause
to...
I'm going to call them.
And then
This
Bennett
is not a
explained why it was
justification.
not a good idea, and I was sat there like, Bennett, you know how much things I could get these guys to do if you weren't here, being the voice of reason?
None of this ever happened. This is all a false
All
story.
of that
fabricated
very
by a
definitely
native.
happened.
This
I'm
is
just
damn
gonna
near
say
quote.
Yeah.
That was basically exactly
Word
what
for
happened.
word, like 6 hours ago. What
Oh,
was
sorry,
that?
back to Thor.
I
You're on this 3 acts.
don't fucking know.
Hourly.
To bring a
were
little
so-
clarity, we've all been hanging out for like the last
Since like 12.
4 or 5 hours, something like that, just drinking
More
beer.
than that,
These guys
but yeah,
just
sure.
finished. It's dark outside, and they're not on our level at the moment.
Yeah,
Catch up a little bit.
Been drinking
I'll
beer
lose
this
your
whole
lips.
time.
Lots of
Other
catching
people
up
have
to
been
do.
drinking something else.
So Thor, back to the 3 acts.
Not other people.
You just,
Today was pointed.
George just took a massive shit.
Alright, that's where we're starting. Okay, yeah. Alright, yeah, George
Glad
said
we're
shit.
back there now.
I come to work late because I also have to take a mean shit. I forgot about the gastrointestinal toll that Twisty Boys have on me.
They do.
And yeah, dude, I had to go back for round 2 before I could even leave my house. And yeah, what can I say about today? Like, a lot of fucking disassembly, but they put their goddamn bunk bed together, so props to
Oh,
them.
that's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
bunk beds are garbage.
In the master
pissed.
bedroom, I would hope.
Of course. Absolutely.
I don't know, just a lot of schmeg. We probably should have done more yesterday, realistically, but I was pretty over it yesterday too. So, it is what it is. It's over. I'm done. I got my 11-hour day in.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We did it.
All right, now,
Well, it
Rowdy
might be
Row.
a good interjection point. Everyone got their freshies with right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rowdy
Can on
Row.
already?
Fresh kind of what?
Are we doing
How would you-
synchronized?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I need a can.
Oh,
then.
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
synchronize?
No.
I'll do synchronize. I'll do
should've synchronized
synchronization.
one.
I'll open up another one. Twist my arm, why don't you? All right, on 3.
Now we got to present Bush.
Yeah, Bush.
There it is.
Twisted
And or
tea.
twisties.
Ah.
There are twisties and bush
Trade
in
out.
play.
All right, count us down, Thor.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, that was
That was good.
God damn, that did not sound like America. I don't know what did.
Trust me, I believe you when you say that.
All right, we'll let these guys catch up on some beers here. Anybody got any this week in movements going on?
Yes, sir.
Well, let's hear it, Salofi.
So,
Wait, is this after you showed up to work after calling off?
Oh.
No. This was.
How many
this-
times did I work for you?
All right. So you call out once, and all of a sudden these guys want to just hold it against your ass.
Well, first
like,
off-
Don't say.
Alex is next.
First off, everyone who was with you that night all showed up.
Right?
I'd like to point out
Even
that
the guy who wasn't supposed to
I
show
didn't
up
even
showed up.
sleep.
I like to
Bring
point
it
out
on.
to the audience, whoever's
hours.
listening, that I had worked here 2 years beforehand. So back in
Yep.
2014, 2015 age.
Nope.
And so
That was like 2018 something, bro.
2018, sorry,
I don't know where you think you
I was
were.
thinking of a different age, back when I was really spry and young. But
Oh, 74?
no, no. So yeah, back in whatever the age they said. So I was here
We got
2 years
Cad Bane
ago,
over here.
and I
guess.
left.
Still older than you, so shut up.
I left and I came back, and all of a sudden it's a fucking. It's you call out, you're a fucking bit.
Yeah.
B-word.
You're a
And all of a
bitch.
sudden,
We can cuss on
I
this
do
a
it
little
one
bit.
time. One time when I've seen other guys do it, and all of a sudden I just get drugged through the
Who are
ringer.
these other
I'm
guys
just
who
one of
call
the-
out?
I'm the leper right now of the group.
You're
so.
no exception because we're all staring at Alex right
Oh,
now.
we're staring at Alex now. This is finally a good thing because
And
Somebody
actually,
started a trend. I don't know
Alex-
who it was.
Nameless hero of the week.
dude, listen, we wanna take some dabs?
Maybe Derek,
Sunday,
but no.
so props.
I knew that was gonna happen.
That's way back in the
Praise
day.
be to
doesn't do
he,
that.
JDP.
Man,
Yeah,
praise
that
be to he, the guy that schedules our schedule, fucking whoever it is, every other day, James.
Well, I'm sure that Sunday was rough, and
I would have made you
It
drive.
looked rough, James.
I know you would have, and I
You
was
should
having a
have
tough
seen-
one.
You should have seen how butthurt he was when we got back on Sunday.
Well, I was sick. I had the hangover.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I know. I heard.
Yeah.
I heard.
I think he was hanging out with me last Saturday. Yeah, you were hanging. That's why I got a phone call from James at 7:30 in the morning. He's like, "Hey, Sean, do you want to go to work? We need someone to go." I was like, "Man, someone called out from the people I was hanging out with last." I was like, went down the list. I knew exactly who it was.
No, you did not until now.
We all do.
Yeah.
All right, anybody got anything else this week?
Again,
You're still telling us.
Well, yes,
We
because
never actually got to this.
everyone
That
just
wasn't
blamed me
the
for
story?
just being an
Okay.
asshole. So the one story this
You're
week
not wrong.
that actually was that you were on, Ben. Actually, it was you, me, and then Derek, and then what's his name? The guy that's always in the office is all of a sudden
James?
Trent.
Brad.
Oh, Brad?
Brad all of a sudden showed up for it, but a customer
real son
had
of a
piss
bitch.
all over their furniture, and it's so when you go to pick up a leather chair, you're like, all right, it's a leather chair, it's not that big a deal. Either I take off the back pieces or I don't. But when Derek and I wanted to go pick up a chair, we're like, all right, it's gonna obviously fit through this door. We don't need to take shit off the back on stuff, but. Literally, when you look on the flaps on the side, it was literally just streaks of just yellow. And it's like, yeah, this is definitely just pissed from either their cats or their dogs. And Derek's just like, oh, dude, I can't do this. Like, dude, like, I'm my allergic reaction. I was like, all right, fair enough. We'll just replace you with Bennett, but that's just the thing, dude.
quit and work for my cousin.
Yeah, but it's like, it's just the fact that customers allow their pets to piss on their furniture and ruin their house and not clean up after it.
The customers that piss on their own things.
Oh, that's a different story. If you're pissing on your own things and I see that, it's like, this doesn't look human
Probably
at all.
moved
It's like,
more human piss than I've moved pet piss. I'm
Every
just saying.
single mattress.
So much human piss.
well, that's different because, some
Is
people
it
have.
crusty yet? Does
some
it
people
look
have some
powdery? What are we talking
What shade of yellow is it?
Our
Is it a
fucking
gold?
shitbag customer
Or is it
was putting
brown?
her toddlers on her mask, and we finally deduced that it was just her. Like,
Oh, today?
2-year-olds don't have half-eaten cereal bars under their crib and random McNuggets and fries, like petrified fries, all over the whole house.
Again,
Like,
That
dumb-
4-year-old did not
it's
buy
not
fries.
you. Yeah, no, it's not the kids, dude. It's you.
That's
I
another
told
dumb
you to
throwback.
pack, and you packed one box, and then you sat on the couch for 3 hours.
That's a good throwback to what we were talking about earlier, that you guys were on that job that we did to Florence with the guy that I was trying to explain to Nick, that I was like, dude,
Fuck
this
that.
guy's house was disgusting. And he was like, nah, it was fine. And I was like, no, we're going to tip this over. And we tipped that chair down and all those curly fries.
Oh, the Arby's
curly.
curly. You had like 30
I
boxes.
know we've already talked about it before, but
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah, I got back to the office with the estimate, and I'm just shaking my head like, dude, it could be half of Sprout, or it could be 4 trucks.
Nobody knows. But it should have been 4 trucks. And it was
I can't tell you what this is
Fuck
going to
that
be
guy.
like. I can tell you there's 4 trucks worth of shit there.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
it's not going to be prepared.
But we talked about that before. I know Sean's trying to.
We had a video with the Legos and the spit cups. And
Oh, we
anyway,
got all
sorry.
the
No, yeah, we
Go on,
talked about
go
it,
on,
yeah.
go on. Sorry.
All right, I got a good story I want to talk about. It happened last week, apparently continuing into this week. It's when me and 2 other boys here went to Hooters after a long day. Thor, start off what happened that day.
I mean, I give the wings like a 7. Is it? Are you talking about the
No.
I'm talking about the lady. I'm talking about the lady.
Swings a 7?
Josh,
That's
so
pretty
ladies
good.
are 10.
Every lady
I told them they were solid wings. No one believed me.
Oh, that was that bitch with
We're
the metal
movers.
thing.
Wait, that might have been the lady.
Yep. Hey! We're coming to that. We're coming to that.
Yeah, I was. That's the most bad I've been at work a while.
That lady can go fuck herself.
Yeah, she fucking blows.
We're dealt with her for 5
I don't even
minutes.
know her name. She looks like a troll.
6 hours.
Which kind?
The part I remember the most is she had like it was like the same shit you have in your house, basically that ridiculous metal cabinet.
Mine is classy and
No, I
I
don't.
think every third episode we go, fuck your stupid metal cabinet that you have in your house.
It is like every third episode.
I've rearranged it recently. And it's pretty sweet.
It is pretty cool. I won't
Moving
give
on.
it that. It is pretty cool. But Thor?
Okay, yeah, I'll try to go into it. So just first of all, her house sucked. Everything sucked. But yeah, she had this fucking cabinet. And she was just so goddamn adamant on how we had to move it. She's like, yeah, you need to take the bottom off. Like, that's how they did it last time. That's how I want it moved.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, goddamn, bitch, you're going to talk to me that way? So I just sat there, fucking unscrewing this, just with the angriest face I've ever had in my life. And she's just right here. Just was like, oh, no, you don't need to take that one out. Just take that one out.
While this
Filling
is
shit
happening,
out.
me and Jake are just looking at each other, standing on the stairs and looking over our Thor. We're like, yo, what the fuck?
That might be the most outwardly expressively angry I've been to a customer. I didn't say anything, but just all nonverbal. It's just
It was bad. But
Yeah.
apparently she loved me and fucking Harrison that day.
not
Makes no fucking sense. It was bad enough, Ben.
She
Remember that
didn't
day?
remember either of you.
Oh, Ben, remember that day it was me, you, Jable, and Derek, and you yelled at me and Derek to stop? Thor and Jake yelled at me and Harrison, Sean, Harrison, stop! Now, I understand what you're doing, but stop! We just kept going.
I don't
Just kept
remember
going. They're just like, you know, most movers don't talk like you guys. You guys must be really good friends. We looked at each other like, I don't like them. Friend's a strong word for what this is.
We are
looked at this
coworkers.
guy?
Yeah.
Bald.
That's like, no, I did. Literally call him out for being bald. Like, no, I don't like having friends that don't have hair like me, so that's how it was the whole day. He called me out for being brown and stuff. There's also that same time we were talking about beers, and Harrison was like, yeah, I don't like the dark ones. And then he was like, wait, Harrison, you don't like the black ones? And I was like,
I think what Jake said is choose your next words carefully.
no, I yelled that to him. I was like, Harrison, better watch what you say next. And he's-
I don't remember that.
then also, too,
But then you dealt with that lady today.
yeah, he dealt with her today.
Yeah,
We were at her fucking house
So
today.
we moved her daughter and her jank-ass fucking husband, Antonio. and
Who is
whack-ass
Italian.
kid.
She has a husband? Someone
No.
married
Her
that?
daughter.
Her daughter-in-law.
Remember how we moved them out of the
I
house
can
for their
guarantee
daughter to
he
move
is
into
not
that house?
stoked on the
Okay.
situation.
Dude, I understand why that mom was a grade A cunt.
With a K.
It was bad. It was bad. Like,
she
fuck that
paid for the
bitch.
move today, and shit. So we got to bring the Peloton over to her place and get
Pee
paid.
lotion.
The pee lotion.
People.
And it went down to the basement, of course. And she, I
Only
don't know,
takes
she
a couple
chirped off
extra.
on the dudes carrying Jable and Sam, which I mean, you see Sam carrying something, you're gonna chirp.
Yeah. Yep.
I
That's
get it.
fair.
And I was kind of like killing her with kindness. Like, she bitched about every single thing about the contract. And she
You don't
just
say.
dealt with y'all. She knew the thing. She knew it all. But, you know, well, I'm paying with a check this time because you guys charge a 3% service fee. And
I'll say
I
right
was
now-
just like, yeah, you know.
Uh-huh.
Credit card companies, on average, they charge us about $60,000 a year just to run credit cards, and that shut her up on that point. Then she moved on to the next. Well, the last guys. Well, hourly. Did you get there at 9?
Well, Bennett, you can
Well,
cut
with
this out.
Like hourly. The estimate was for just under $900. Actually, it was $917. Well, and it's $836 now. It went down. Well, did you get there at 9? What was this hourly rate? We didn't charge hourly because this is how we normally do it. Well, they charged me hourly. That's because you moved 4 houses down.
But I can tell you why that is. Bennett, you can
We
feel
do
free
that
to.
sometimes.
You should
and
cut
just
this out.
still, just one after another. And like, wear a fucking bra, you piece of shit. Like, it's disgusting.
That's her.
It's your own
Free the nipple, man.
house.
Free the nipple.
Jesus.
Bennett,
That's her.
mark this right now.
Saw it.
Feel free to cut this out.
For about 6 hours.
But I guarantee you the reason she said that is because Jake that bill.
Oh, hell yeah. And
Jake was
dude,
not
that
about
was
it
a
like...
shit show.
Why
That
wasn't
Jake
he,
was
though?
not, because we had because we
Like,
did it like
how
pointed
could
and all
it be
that kind of
worse?
stuff, and Jake was like,
Then
well, we only moved this many bucks, so I'll just throw.
I mean, how good of a person you are definitely determines how much money I charge.
Dude, she was the worst.
No doubt.
She was the worst one. Also, that's another day I made Thor laugh
Will I
his ass
overlook
off.
those bed rails or add them out for like $8?
When,
I don't know. It depends on how
When
we
me and
treat
Harrison were moving that fireplace down the steps, and I made
that thing
Thor
was fucked.
laugh the hardest in
I
a
fell
long
for you
time.
when I saw that.
No, because me and Harrison moved it down there, and that's a lot. Thor's told me this is the hardest I made him laugh. Because I had Harrison exactly where I wanted him to be, and he was trying to tell Harrison how to move it. So Thor's right here, right behind my shoulder, telling Harrison how to move. I was like, Thor, shut the fuck up. And the customer,
Fucking perfect, dude. So I just stood there and like blocked off the stairs as they got down, so she couldn't try to weasel her big tits through.
Those nipples were
Micromanage where they're
round.
putting that shit. Yeah.
I just laughed so much because I saw Thor. When I was like, as I said that, I just saw Thor go,
That's
put his arms, and he's like, Sean, I never had to try to bite my tongue so hard when I was moving someone before, but he was just like, Thor, shut the fuck up, and just proceeded to move.
That was such a good bad day.
That's what I asked you. You just think you're the best mover ever. don't
Oh,
you?
that was that time too. Yeah, I'll tell that story.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Harrison's
Same
like, talking
lady.
to me about something. We're coming in. Of course, she's standing right there like a fucking vulture. And we're going up the stairs. I say something, and she tells us something, and Harrison goes, "You just think you're the best mover ever, don't you?" And she's just like, "Oh, like you mean me? Yeah." They're like something. I don't remember her exact words.
I'm not
And
talking to
Harrison
you.
just like walks up. He's like, "No, we're just talking to each
Comedic
other."
relief at the worst possible.
And I just have to like hop into a story about
That wasn't real.
who was that dude who thought he was the smartest person here?
Oh, the
Nick.
Hinderverse.
Nick. Yeah, I just hopped into
Hinderverse.
that.
That
Like, yeah,
Nick.
we had a dude, and I just
Her
started
and her
telling this
tits
dick
need to
story to
sit
try
down,
to
dude.
deflect.
Fuck.
They were swinging everywhere, bro.
Hit me in the eye.
After
Then
he
Harrison
couldn't
went-
explain what fucking fasting was for. But yeah, anyway.
God damn it,
He
dude.
started trying to explain. He was like, "You can just Google
No,
it."
he did not even.
This is the same
He
guy.
minutely tried to explain, but he just immediately went to, well, it's like good for you, and just look it up on the internet.
No, this is also the
It's
same
not
guy
an
when
explanation.
me and Boot were working together and we were talking about making tacos, and you said you used a pork rib meat to make it. He's like, wait,
What kind of
Wait.
other animals have ribs?
porks have ribs? Wait, what other kind of animals have ribs?
Because I was talking about beef.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Like, wait, cows have ribs. What other kind of animals?
Most of them with the
They were
horn.
just like,
None
dude,
of them.
most of them. Like
You ever
even
seen a
fish in a
skeleton
way.
ever?
Oh yeah.
Fish have ribs.
Dude.
Everything on the
Yeah.
planet has ribs except for worms.
Anything
I
that's
buy
got
fish
lungs.
ribs all the time.
Invertebrates.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Got our cephalopods, got a
And
couple
he-
things.
He was some kind of geologist. He fucking knew.
Like,
Dude, he made me so mad that
we were
fucking
like,
day
"Oh,
with that.
rock might be metamorphic. He's like, it's igneous.
Dude, he said
On the
that.
same-
Oh,
Staring into a telescope aimed 2 inches from the wall with a cap on it.
That's exactly what happened.
Being like,
He was in a basement looking through a telescope that was pointing at the wall with the cap. I was like, this telescope's broken. The cut to 2 hours later, me and
I'm the
Boo are
smartest
trying to
guy
figure
who's
out what
ever
this rock is. It's like, that's an igneous rock. What do you think it is? Me and Boo were like, you know what? I am so mad because
Fuck
he's
you for
fucking
being
right.
right.
You
You
piece of
piece of
shit. Like, whoo!
absolute
That
piece of
fucking
shit.
guy.
And he thought he was the smartest one at the shop.
And that's why I'm good Nick.
Yeah. He is good, Nick.
You dodged the bullet there.
biggest blessing for me.
I had
was that
forgotten
dude.
about that.
In the
Yeah.
In the fucking basement.
That was
have-
probably on season 1.
That
I have
wasn't
to
season
say,
one.
That was like the beginning of season 1.
I was like halfway through season one, maybe a quarter.
This is kind of a good transition here. Thor, is there any other current or former coworkers you want to talk shit about? Just like
Yes,
House?
like House did the first day.
Do your house
Hey, be
moment.
cool now. Be cool. Let's be easy.
Look who's
Back
defensive
keep
on
it-
that
keep it
side.
going now.
I'll give you some
Oh,
time to
yeah.
think.
I just my main thing is I know there's been multiple times where I've turned to Harrison. I was like, "That's gonna make the podcast. I gotta tell this."
Oh yeah, there's been
And
a.
I'm fucking drawing a blank on
Been
it.
a
I can't talk
few.
shit on House. He's a good dude. He's been gone too long. I can't even remember some of those stories.
I
Do you
can't
remember the times that I wanted to just fucking annihilate you on the podcast? If you could refresh my memory.
Why would I do that to myself? Fuck you. Move to Minnesota.
He does not
asshole.
remember.
Uh,
It's kind of like every other day, like when you deny shit that I saw you do. Dude,
Dude, that is so
I'm
good.
constantly calling you out on doing shit, and then you deny it.
He puts it on me.
And
Okay,
I'm
hold
like,
on.
no, I just saw you.
Okay, I get that. I get that. Rob, tell us about what pisses you off about
I mean,
Harrison,
it's-
because I know you've worked with Harrison a
Oh,
lot,
it's-
and I know because Harrison's came back like. Rob was so mad at me this morning and never stopped until I got here.
It's okay.
We're just
Okay,
gonna,
that didn't happen.
we're just gonna start roasting
still
Alex
doing
here.
it, Rob.
So Rob has a stage.
He's
So-
a great guy.
I don't,
Much like what Bennett
I
said one
appreciate
day.
that.
I worked with you. You didn't exceed expectations. Also, you didn't disappoint me.
Well, that's a good caveat
God
too.
damn it.
If you suck, but you make me laugh, take a
Well, you
look.
get over
Yeah,
that.
see,
Yeah,
that's
we get
the
it.
answer you were looking for today when you were like, why does Sam, like, you guys are like, he means well, you know? Like, I didn't get that shit. It's because, like, it's easier to talk shit to you. You know?
When you're actually funny.
Yeah. And, you know,
And
like,
you also suck a lot. And I hate to break it
The
to
man's
you,
getting
but
his high
you know
as
I've
Fuck, man. Go ahead, keep it coming on. I
we
deserve this.
respect your service that you gave to this country.
Right.
Yeah. I respect you.
As you should.
I respect you for that, and that's where it
I
stops.
laid my life down the line for this shithole. Alright. I was in
But,
constant
like,
danger.
You know.
Also,
If I
Thor.
can give one more on the anti-Nick thing, though,
Oh, okay,
too,
cool,
I
cool.
still wish I would have gotten on video him fucking trying to take his shirt off and falling over on his bike, because that was the funniest thing I've seen in my
No, him
fucking
pulling up
life.
to like a locked door
So
and
good.
falling over and like trying to open the door.
Wait, Boo, were you there that day? I came in on a Saturday. What day was it? I came in to wash or clean trucks on a Saturday or something. And like it was supposed to be the high was supposed to be like 35, and JD wanted me to wash the trucks and everything. And I like he like it was like literally
Were frozen
Yeah.
solid.
that was the same day. Like
How
we
does
finished
that
we
work?
finished
That's
cleaning.
exactly what I was complaining about. Is like that's
The
what's
boot-
gonna happen.
we
And
fit-
sure
we-
enough,
we finished-
I had to fill up a fucking warm water cup to go out and submerge the
Dude,
lock.
the funniest thing was, we went, I cleaned all the trucks, wiped them down, did all that kind of shit. Then it came to the end, he's like, so Sean, I have the hose style now and have it up front if you want to. I can pull it around the trucks and I can, so you can start washing. I was like, Jenny, I'm not fucking washing those trucks. He's like, okay, cool. Cut to like 10 minutes later, he was washing trucks for like the next like 3 hours. It was fucking, and I was, you know what I was doing?
He's into that.
Honestly, he didn't find someone else to do it. He did it himself.
I'm on a very pro boot stance, so like when the lock's frozen over the next morning, on top of everything else, so it's one thing that'll just like send you.
Dude, that'll piss you off.
Yeah.
Going back to the hindrance, yeah, that is more of a hindrance than a help, but
I've
not the
broken
same
off
as
at least
the Nick
4
aspect,
keys
but-
in the lock.
When do you put it in there, it won't go down. So you go into the tool bag and you pull out
It'll
the
break
mallet,
my
then you go,
fucking butt.
Beat on the fucking eye.
then it fucking pops down after you hit your thumb a couple times.
Gotta go inside and get a hot cup of water and pour it on it.
I'm a man, Benny.
Yeah, that's what I do. You get the hot water coffee cup and then you just submerge.
I stand out there beating the
Dip
lock
it in
with a
there
hammer.
like
That's
it's
what I,
your
bro.
balls.
You've seen me out there hitting the lock with the hammer.
Yeah.
Put the key in it, have the key in it, then beat it more with the hammer, then it comes off. Also, granted, hit thing, it open.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Salofi's dead now. But
That
I
doesn't
was
surprise
just
me.
thinking about that.
that,
We also did drink, like, I shit you not, like a third of a handle to the face.
Did about two
That's not,
split
no,
takes
dude, that's
and
not
he
even a
was
joke, bro. Like,
He
straight up.
crushed it. We got it as a tip.
But he
He drank it to the
he
face,
was talking
bro.
about that job with all the piss and shit, and
was
you guys were just
watered
talking
down.
about the cold weather. And those two things were combined, and that was the snowy fucking day the other day. So it was snowing all day, and it was like 10 degrees outside, and the locks were frozen in the morning. And that was a really terrible day. I think I was cold for like 3 days after that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, luckily that next day I was with you around and we did that. We were in the snow, but it was at least like sunny out and it wasn't that bad. But God, dude.
I think the only reason we stayed warm was because our job like quadrupled from what it was supposed to be, but that's not acceptable. We had
Well,
so
it
much
is
more to
because
do,
it's
but-
February and we're all hurting for hours. That's like the
But
worst
that guy
part about
too,
winter
the
movie.
jobs that we did. But yeah, well, I guess this part of it was mostly for the dad, but their son was like super Trumper, had all the stickers on the back of his truck. He was running the fucking flags and all that kind of stuff, and yeah,
Thor the picture to send to Benny.
yeah. We ended up
It's the
having to
truck
blow
you
that
snapped
guy
at,
up
you're like,
because
Jesus Christ.
I tried to explain it to him right away of just like, this is not acceptable and we're not doing this. It was like -13 and the dude's like, well, yeah, I just kind of forgot about some stuff, but his bill went up by like 4 times what it was supposed to be. He's like,
No.
we could just like do it though. And it's like, no. We literally filled that truck front to back.
My
Still
favorite
doing
part
it.
was when he asked us to move that goddamn horsehair mattress into his
Yeah.
camper later on. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you boys $100 to move this into the camper." And just
All
no
of
one
us
said
were just
anything,
like,
and I just said,
fuck
I'll be
no.
gone."
Was that you
it.
talking about the horsehair
Yes.
mattress?
Yes.
Okay.
What is that?
That shit was. It was
Is
filled with
It was
fucking
made out of
horsehair, dude.
horsehair.
Filled
It
with
weighed
horsehair,
like
yeah.
300
It
goddamn
was so
pounds.
heavy.
It was fucking
It was-
terrible.
It might be the
It was
heaviest
worse
mattress
than a
I've ever
purple.
moved in my life.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That's crazy.
Worse than
Yeah.
purple. Ooh.
Yeah, 100%.
That's crazy.
We thought it killed Josh. He disappeared for like a half an hour
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah,
but
they
he
moved
was
it in the
just
truck
taking
and
a
he was
shit.
just gone.
He got absorbed by the mattress.
I wouldn't have been surprised. I wouldn't have blamed him either. But at the same time,
It was just
that
I
shit was
love
terrible.
I love preppers who first of all are like poor and like have all of this really expensive prepping shit and then are so fucking fat that they're not
Yes.
gonna make it a week. And this is this dude. Like,
That's
Speaking of which,
right.
too.
Eating canned food for a week.
I refused the prepper job because, like, it's like, dude, you bought all the stuff, but you didn't prep it because you
Yes.
have a mouse infestation, and it's all eating all of your preps, and we're not packing any of it.
We can
And you
loop
can
in
go fuck yourself.
all of that from there because he was talking about how the mice won't get into his storage unit, even though like a third of it is food.
Yes, they're gonna
gotta
get
talk
in
about
it.
that.
Mice
that.
love peanut butter and all your preps. They
it's
like
just like,
all
oh,
that shit.
it's well insulated. Like, there's activity around there.
But the other one that I need
Yeah,
to throw
that's
into
what I
the picture thing that I didn't was they had a box that was for asparagus, but they labeled it as asparagus. They spelled it entirely wrong.
Right now,
And we were
because
talking
your body
about
can survive for literally a year off the body fat.
It's
Right.
not like Cartman getting crucified
Right.
and he just gets real
Exactly.
skinny a week later.
But we were talking about how the way that he spelled asparagus would be like a lesser version of Asperger's, but it's Asperger's. But it's
Asperger's.
just a weird like
Asperger's United.
mental disproportion that you have that makes your pee smell bad.
I have a really funny, Ben, I'm going to get to the one I just showed you, but I have a really funny long haul story that happened since we took a break from season 1 to
There's
season
been
2.
some long hauls since.
Boot, you were
Did
there.
you get stuck in Wyoming for
When do
a
I-
day? Because I don't think you did.
Boot,
I
I'm talking
have
about.
gotten stuck in
Stuck
Wyoming
is
for a while.
loose.
He did.
I
I
guess.
didn't get stuck.
I'm talking about it was me, Boots, James, and Kaylin in
Salt Lake, John.
Salt Lake City.
Yeah.
We loaded up the day prior. We all drove out there and everything, and we got there, and apparently Eric told our custody he would call him when we
Yeah.
got there and everything to let him know we
I
got
didn't
there
say
safely and everything.
Okay.
He
didn't
apparently
say that.
he told me
I
he
told-
told him
I
we'd
told
call
my
him when we
that,
get there.
and I didn't-
We arrived at 5. We arrived at 5 p.m. All right, like around 5 p.m. Check into the hotel.
Dude calls me at 9 p.m.
So there was a 4-hour gap
Okay.
between
And
then.
we're at the bar.
And we were also
Sure.
Bennett, we were also in a hotel room for 3 hours drinking Tuckies and all that stuff. We were probably about 4 beers deep, 4 or 5 beers deep. Then went to said bar. We each had 2 steins each and 2 shots of whiskey. And out of nowhere, Boots' phone.
Yeah, my phone.
Eric's phone starts vibrating.
Like, no one would call me at 9:30 p.m. on a weekend except the telemarketer. So Australian Eric answered the phone. It was like, "Oh, Colin, this is fucking Eric. What do you need?" And he's like, "This is Tom, bro." Like,
And then immediately,
like, "Oh, hey, man,
Oh, hey, Tom. How's it going? I'm so sorry I didn't call you back earlier.
Dinner right now. I know it's really loud here.
The cut to me, Derek, and Kaylin. Me, Kaylin, now James are just laughing our asses off, drinking at the bar. He's like, oh, yeah, this is Eric, what he wants.
Oh, hey there, Tim. So, yeah, bright and early. We should be there about 9 a.m. Totally. So
It was the funniest thing. And then
I've
also,
never been to Salt Lake before, dude. And Goose with the fucking seat thing. I was.
me and Boo were in there. I kept laughing because I'd hear when I see him. Like I look over, he'd be up here, then he'd be down here. I just hear the whole way there for like 30 minutes.
We'll give a little background on what this means, because outside of what we do, nobody fucking knows.
No, absolutely.
Our driver's side seat is its own individual seat, and it has like an air suspension in it with like tubes going through, and you can kind of control how high you are. Fucking Goose has a leak somewhere.
Yeah. When you're down, you're down.
Yeah.
Like you can't really see.
They're driving like a 5'4" Mexican in the truck when they're at the lowest point.
You
Not even,
slowly
like-
go down. You slowly go down.
That was the
Yeah,
funniest
I'm
thing.
hungover.
Well,
slash
the other
still
aspect,
drunk.
when you first started,
Salt
it only
Lake
goes
City,
up on one
the-
side, though,
sitting
too.
on the
It, like,
floor,
tilts.
can't see anything.
And
Just
then
banging around.
Oh, Boo,
And then we
remember?
go, no, James is blowing it, just time after time after
Hall after hall.
Holy
Hold on. No, Boo.
Estimate after estimate.
the truck both nights.
Remember in the morning, he's like, Boo, the truck's not starting.
He got
Direct
lost
quote.
the second night at the
From
fucking
James.
strip club in Rock Springs.
Okay, we gotta talk about this whole long call.
Holy
Okay.
fuck.
Okay, first off, that happened the first night. We wake up the next morning, and one of our other coworkers who's driving the truck, he wakes up and he walks up to me and Boo or the other truck. He's like, Boo, truck's not starting. He's like, what, do you have it in gear? Yeah, I have it in gear. You know, Boo
Yeah,
looks,
that was a
goes
huge
over,
joke
looks
the
at it.
first time. It was like, James, you left it in fucking drive, didn't you? Yeah. Second day,
How'd you know?
you left the lights on, didn't you, James? Hey, you see that guy? He looks real nice. Go ask him. He probably has jumper cables. Because he wanted me to solve his problem. He wanted me to go in.
Hey, Boo, you know what me and you did?
Wanted me
We
to
walked
go
to that corner
approach
store
the
and got
stranger
breakfast.
Like, hey, my asshole coworker left the lights on in this giant truck that you can't fucking.
And this is also the same night where we all went to a bar, drank together. I was able to smoke inside the bar at a casino area.
That was
Smoke.
That
We
was
did that. We
fine.
kept buying each other shots, bartender shots, and everything. James got mad at us because we weren't buying him shots and all that kind of things. So we do all that. We try to get a ride home. Try to get a lift. Can't get one. So apparently a crackhead gives us a ride home.
Not a crackhead. I mean, it was Rock Springs.
Sounds like he was
Meth
whacked.
head.
But
We get-
meth head is probably
Yeah, meth head. Okay,
More
meth head. We
appropriate
get
term.
about halfway back to where we
He
need to
drove
go.
a relatively new Ford Focus.
And then he
RS.
pulls out a gun and starts waving it around in front of me, Eric, and everyone. He's like,
Quote was,
so do you guys want to
"If
go
I
to a
was
strip
gonna
club?
rob you, I would have done it already." As he
Yeah!
looking back at us, waving a revolver in our faces. And then we get back to the hotel. I'm like, he's coming back. Don't go with him, boys. Don't. And
No.
I'm passing out drunk. And James went with him to the strip
To a strip club in Rock Springs, Wyoming. You know what me and Kaylin
That
did?
boy
Isn't
looked
that the best?
We went and got drunk in a pool long enough because the pool's open 24/7. That's what it said. Some
The
chunky
weirdest
lady
hotel
came
in
and
this
yelled
entire
at me and Kaylin because it was like 2, 3 in the morning. Me and Kaylin were trashed in the pool. She's like, "Do you know what fucking time it is? When you guys are in the fucking pool?" We're like,
Rock Springs. Yeah.
What do I look like, Big Ben?
no, we got out of there, but the next morning we were like, "Yeah, the pool's open 24/7. Fuck that bitch."
this was also the long haul that produced my biggest freak out as we were loading. I did text our boss and tell him he was
Oh,
flagrantly
you were supposed
dishonest.
to be there, yeah.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
supposed
I
to be
remember.
there.
Yeah, I was there too.
God,
Yep.
I was fucking pissed.
I mean, he was.
he was just wrong.
That was a little much.
That was.
All right, Boo, let's
Dishonest,
go.
a little dramatic.
Boo,
Yeah, I said that. Well, I
Oh,
texted
geez.
it to him. Yeah.
Thor,
Hey, man.
Thor didn't
Read-
use
no.
any swear words, but he sure
read
did
the
use some
messages,
strong
Thor.
words.
Read the messages.
Power behind those.
Thor's
Need to go
accused
that
me of all this. And I was like, well, that's a little dramatic. But anyway, we have a job to do. I don't care what he said.
He's
to
not
you.
wrong, but the way he worded it,
answers
might
to that.
But JD, he did fragrantly lie to Thor because he said, "Hey, maybe it'll all fit on one truck. That's why we're maybe sending two just in case."
That is what he said.
That
in
is,
that
you
meeting.
know what exactly what
That
it
is-
is?
it was
That's
said.
exactly
You're
what it
not
said because
wrong.
he said that at the
Yes.
meeting, and me and Boot were looked at each other like, long haul?
And I was mad.
And then we
because it
raised it, and
was
the
really
Thor
cool.
said he was going to go. Then he's like, yeah, it should all fit on one truck, but we're going to send two just in case so we don't have what happened in Oregon happen again. What the fuck happened? That was two full-ass motherfucking trucks.
It was.
And
I helped.
if memory serves me right, we blew every way station on the way to that.
Yes. Boot, honestly,
Why would
every
we?
time I'm with you,
Well,
I'll tell you right now, all the long calls I've been with
What
you,
are they gonna tell
we
you?
have never stopped at a way station because all the other long calls I go on with, they're like, Sean, do you ever stop with this? Like, the other long
'Cause
hauls
it's
I've been on was a
usually
Boot,
more
and he never stops. So like, okay, cool, we're gonna keep going. Same with you,
Never
Bennett.
strong. Remember
Yeah.
Arizona?
My first long call was
round?
with me and you to Montana,
we-
and you did not stop
Denied.
for any way stations from me and you to Montana. You did not stop for any.
Yeah.
Dude, after
we didn't
Oregon,
have a
no
registered truck.
Yeah.
We didn't have license plates.
And this was when like a month when I first started
Arizona.
Bennett. When we went to Montana,
Well, they
got
took
tipped
it pretty
$15,
Oh.
split between the two of us.
They were at least cool with
They let
it.
you go that
we
far?
talked about
There's
that.
been a
We
lot
talked
of
about it.
jobs.
That's just so funny because
Well, all
Bennett.
right, we'll bring it all back. We'll bring it all back. Sean
Not right now.
showed me a pretty interesting picture. This is something that's happened in the past since we stopped doing the first season. There was a point where this dude, we had a washer and dryer, where we had to get it into the laundry room.
A whiskey delta.
And a whiskey delta, if you will.
Walmart Dorito.
Walmart Dorito if you're using the American phonetic alphabet. So we had to get it into the laundry room, and it was like a small room that has like the double cabinets, but they redid the whole house, so they installed like a bunch of trim on the bottom and shit. So the washer and dryer didn't fit in the room.
Unless you went completely vertical with
Unless
both
you went
of them.
over it. So there was a point where I was like, all right, someone's going to have to bench press the
Bennett
washer.
literally said, Bennett,
Oh my god.
the Burgundy Stallion literally said,
Let me see that.
so who wants to bench press a dryer right now? And I was like,
That's
I'm the only one that could do that with how long my arms are. He's like, all right, get in there.
I'd have never done that shit.
It wasn't as bad as it seems.
You
It
have-
is just
you
real
have
bunkers.
help.
I'm gonna scratch the fucking.
They were
truck.
trying to
Oh, I
keep,
told
they were
him that.
keeping balance.
We tore, like, there were some shelves up top. We had to lift
We
it
broke
so
them.
high that we broke them, and then had to, like, set it down into it. And
The
he-
dude saw what we were
Oh,
doing.
you guys aren't even wearing shoes. That's a no-go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was the other part. We weren't wearing fucking shoes.
So,
What?
so,
What kind of ship do you run around?
Not, not as
Lose the ship I live
not
in.
as tight one.
Ben-
Look at all our feet.
so that is the only thing we moved without our shoes on, because he tried to get us to wear booties and, like, take our shoes off and shit. It was just like, no
I
deal.
will call OSHA.
I put mud directly
Not
on that
on
guy's
my
carpet
watch.
the other day when he was
Fuck
trying
You
to-
did, bro. Dude, that was with the job we were on. Remember how he's like,
My
he
watch.
said the last guy who was in here,
was so
they were
funny.
super careless and brought a
This
lot of mud
asshole
in.
tracked a bunch of mud in here, and I walked directly on his carpet, and he looked underneath my feet and was
Shouldn't
like,
have
"Oh,
booked a job in
oh."
February, you cunt. This didn't
Yeah,
need to
so
happen
good.
today.
Quit trying to move in the winter.
Yeah.
It's like I'm
Cut
not
it
doing
out.
that, but anyway, I'll walk on your carpet.
Sorry,
Oh God,
it's
I
so
tracked a
cold
bunch
out.
of mud.
Dude, it's February. This is Colorado. You don't need to apologize.
Too funny.
Yeah, but if you never had to bench press a dryer, don't talk to me.
That was true.
Ben, I just remember you were like, so which one do you guys want to bench press a dryer real quick while we hold the balance?
This is great because you did that. You were under it. You held it up, and then I said, "All right, I'm just gonna shove it against the wall,
Yep.
and you get out of there." So I just pushed it against the wall and slid it down on the side of the wall until I got into place.
Dude, it was so fucked up, dude. It was so fucked up. Well, also, granted, you shouldn't ask your movers, dude. You shouldn't put your movers in a position where they have to bench press
But
a
this is
dryer.
how- This is how we've got ourselves into the situation.
We'll do
because
it.
We do it.
That's the worst part.
I'm not saying it'll go well, but we'll do
Unrealistic
it.
expectations for everyone. else. You
See,
know?
that's to be the.
You asked for this. Don't look at me sideways afterwards. You asked for me to do this.
That must have been the worst thing because they're gonna have when they have movers and they're gonna want to take those washer and dryer with them. They're gonna say,
Oh, they're gonna fucking hire
"Well,
us.
no. Look, if they don't hire
Goddamn
us,
right they
if they don't hire us, they're gonna say, well, the last movers got them both in there. They weren't even.
Yeah, that was
They
me.
put them
you
both
asshole.
in there. Luckily, hopefully, I'm not here.
That's an interesting point. Like I had that moment today where you feel compelled to tell a customer, "Oh, by the way, if you ever move out of here, that headboard needs to be carried upside down and like."
Just a scope.
Just so you know,
The wax on, wax
it
off
will
is.
not come out of this house
Like today?
right side up. That thing.
That job,
Yeah,
Bennett.
no way.
Since we
If
took a
some
break,
random movers show up to move her out of there, they will never get that out.
Bennett, it's that job that me, you, and George did with the chick's name was McKentry, and we couldn't get the box spring down there. And you walked up there and you said, "Hey, we can get it down there." But that's exactly what he said. Like, it's not going to come back. It was like, whatever you need to do to get it down there. And me and Bennett literally twist this thing like a fucking Taco Bell cinnamon twist. Look, that's not even an exaggeration, Bennett. We literally
We were pretty far
twisted
around.
it. We heard the wood going as we were twisting it around this corner, got it in there. And me and Bennett both walked. It was like, "Yeah, ain't coming out unless you cut it in half." Like, because Bennett, me and you were on that because me and George couldn't get it down. And I was like, "George, go get Bennett."
Yeah.
And then
I had to come and
Bennett.
inspect.
And because I was like, I'm trying to do it this way and this way. The only way I can think we can do is if I twist it this way and someone else on the top twists it the other way. And then Bennett's like,
You
"In the
guys,
country."
I like telling customers. I like looking them straight in the eye and going, "Let me tell you why this shit's fucked up."
Yep.
Right. This is bad.
Also,
That's not how
turn
this is
around.
supposed to work.
I have no guarantee.
It's gonna.
That happened twice today, and I got them both up there.
also, Grant Bennett, I think I'm pretty good at that. I think I'm pretty good at telling the customers, like,
I
"Hey,
got
I'm
no
going to let you right now.
guarantee, buddy.
This is going to
Maybe
be
it's
fucked up.
nothing. They're
We'll
like,
do it, but it's going to be fucked up."
Really?
That's,
Like,
I hate it when
yeah.
they're surprised. too.
Really?
Yeah, like, really?
Oh, I hate
you don't,
that
you don't think it'll
surprise.
make it? You don't think my 9-foot couch will make it into that
God
basement?
damn, dude.
Oh, really? I hadn't thought about that.
let's keep Thor's story.
I
Give us something.
mean, it's
Oh,
just
well, it's
short.
Nicky P's too. Nicky P.
No,
you
no,
got
Thor's
some
got
good-
it. It's his
Yeah,
last day.
I mean, it
Tell-
was
you were there
us.
for it,
Yeah.
Thor.
So they literally have this couch that's as tall as Schmeg is, like almost right there. And she's
That's
just
our
like,
tallest truck.
Yeah. And so she's just like showing us to it. She's like, "Yeah, that couch
What
needs
do
to
you
go
see?
downstairs, and there's like the door from the garage, and then from the kitchen right here, and then immediate straight shot down." And just like, no big deal. Like that couch needs to go downstairs. Like, still fully believe that
To
it would.
me, my first thought is needs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You know,
Nothing needs to do
It
anything.
doesn't
You can
need to.
fuck yourself.
In fact,
But-
it probably won't
Sorry.
even at all.
yeah.
But I'll finish the story. So yeah, we fucking. I just remember standing in the truck, and Nick's like, "Oh, we could take these feet off." I was like, "No, we're
I was
not.
thinking that would make it somewhat easier.
Not fucking
maybe,
doing it. I
maybe,
knew
like,
it wasn't
to
gonna
get around
make
that
it.
corner.
Get it up there, like shoving Rao into the door so we can keep it from going into this fucker's fucking huge canvases, probably size of this table but square. And yeah, like get it up all the way to the ceiling, and we still have like 2 feet on the stairs that it won't go. And
There was a ceiling light there too, so it's
Yeah.
not like you could even get to the full ceiling. You could only get as high as the light was because it was right centered
But
underneath
you
the
had to
staircase.
demonstrate to him how it wasn't gonna work.
it's yeah, we had to.
That's the worst.
On that job with the we had to bench press the dryer. We tried to get that.
We
couch
had
in
to
the
show him
basement.
why it didn't work, and I was on the bottom, literally eating this like,
And this is why
it's not gonna work.
I'm gonna fucking fit down here.
No, I'm literally flexed down. Bennett's trying to like, he's doing everything he can down there. I'm like, because it was that thick ass motherfucker that he was trying to get down there. We couldn't.
It wasn't that heavy. It was just huge.
Yeah.
It was just gigantic, and it was like, so we're gonna break your couch and your door frame if we do this, but we can do it.
I love doing this. That's my favorite.
Dude,
No,
it's so
I
good.
love it. Yeah, they sign
do-
that
I
thing
love it,
off
man.
and they let you
Are
fuck their house up.
Are you trying
I mean,
to send it, sir?
I'm pretty sure
Can you
if
tell me you want me to get Wiley?
you guys go into this angle, it'll be fine.
Oh, wow. I love when they sign. I love when they sign that release of liability. And I'm like,
You're just like,
fuck
well,
shit up.
everything's out the door now.
Yeah. Or when they
How much of this drywall
Well,
do you
see,
want, buddy? Because I'll take all
I can
of
tell by the drywall repair that was poorly done and not.
Boo, me and you have literally done that on a job before.
You know, yeah, like.
Me and
I
Boo
mean,
literally
come on, you drywall guy can't even retexture, like it's off. And I'm not redoing that. What are you going to do about it when you finish? That's why you're signing.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
I got a good one.
That's the
Thor.
same thing with that guy that I got the dirt on his fucking carpet. That he was like, "Well, they've already signed the lease."
You didn't write- you
that.
didn't say-
There's
you-
just like a scratch.
Boo
over
ran
here."
the
It's like,
job.
it's paint, bro.
Yeah.
You don't have the ability to use a paintbrush.
Because some soy boys are so like.
I have a good
the
ultra
soy, like they don't
Yeah.
know anything.
Tin
I have a
pliers.
good, I have a good question.
Like, they literally know nothing about.
So,
like,
relates to
even
Thor.
painting.
Thor, what was your worst day?
That is a good one.
Weirdly enough,
What is
it
your
was-
worst
it was
day?
A long time ago. It was like right when House was starting to drive. It's when Alex still worked here, the old Alex. I don't know if you remember, but
Would
what
he?
it makes it, huh?
Wouldn't
No,
it?
What's in?
Was that the dude who worked at the other movie company?
That was
Yeah,
The guy that didn't
Yeah.
tell Eric he was about to get his ass beat on a job and he went and sat in the fucking cabin and everything, and
No, I
Boo
think
had to
that's a
get
different
like big
No,
with someone.
that's okay.
That is the guy. Okay. Well, my memory of this day started
Super
out him
weird
giving me
that
the
way.
wrong directions
Yeah.
driving in the van. I didn't realize the parking brake was on, so we get there and it's like almost Loveland and get out and the fucking back tire's just smoking. And I don't think I've told anyone that.
No, I've never heard of this.
I got a
Continue.
few of those that might drop tonight. Yeah.
Do it. Do it. Thor,
I've got like
you
three
have
secrets. That was one of them.
you got spot.
You can
The next 30 minutes.
So,
Go.
All right. So yeah, these people had a fucking moat with a bridge going into their front door, and it's just I still have the scar on my ankle from this job actually. So yeah, just the job itself wasn't like anything. It was like a
So you remember last
fucking
week?
7-person 2-trucker. I don't know. So we're
Last
loading
week?
this shit up. It was that same Alex. I remember I tell him to like go low or something. So naturally he just like goes like this. A fucking bookshelf slides down and scars my ankle. I'll have that for the rest of my life. But we get to this place, and they're moving from a fucking McMansion, not even a starter mansion, like
A
a
McMansion?
McMansion. Yeah,
So like mid grade.
like
Yeah,
I
it's
was
like at least a
King
double
Gitlin
cheeseburger,
level,
but, you
I'd
know,
say. It was a pretty good mansion. And so yeah, we get there. They're
French
moving
on the
into this
fries,
townhome,
the
and as soon as we get there, I think Bennett was a crew leader on this. Yeah, I'll take one of them.
I need it now.
It's all coming back. I remember Exodus is already there. Our townhome is like at the end of the strip of townhomes, which doesn't have a two-way entrance. Exodus is unloading. We have to wait. And this is the first time I've ever seen Bennett call Adam and JD and just be like fucking furious.
First of all, I'll say right now. I'll say right now. No way to
It
interject.
certainly happens.
I love when Bennett's mad and he actually calls the office and he calls it because, like, you know, sometimes when people call, they're like, you know what, just deal with it. The second Bennett calls it, they're like,
Something's bad. Something's actually
they
bad.
get no, they get so shook when Bennett calls. They're like, no, you fucking listen to me. This is fucked up. And they're like, all right,
I
Bennett.
didn't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
on this job too, it's like a
Not
spring-loaded
me.
garage door, and she specifically told us not to take it off. But it's like, no, we're taking this
Oh,
shit off.
I
You know
do
the job
remember
I'm
this
talking
job.
about.
Yeah, I
man?
know
Yeah.
exactly this job. It was so
just-
late at night.
God
We had to
damn,
bring
dude.
everything through the garage. And she said, you can't take that door off. I said, I'm going to take that door off. And she's like, you can get it back
Goddamn right
on,
I
right?
am.
And I was like, yes, yes I can. And then I started doing it.
Man, we just fucked these people's house up. Like, there was nowhere to go anywhere. Like, we didn't damage anything, but it was
just
as packed
filled.
as can possibly be packed.
Oh my God,
And some neckbeard soy boy living in the basement who they called their son. God damn, dude. Like, it was,
I feel like I've done that job several times. I know the
has
place
it?
you were going to. I know the soy boy neckbeard guy. He's in the basement.
They probably didn't put me on that job the next time. They probably put
It's
you on
shocking.
that job.
Yeah, no, it's off signal tree. We were there today. Like, that's the soy boy basement bedroom.
Bennett, I've been on so many jobs. They'd be like,
Starting
Yeah, we
at
can
over
have,
475.
On the low end.
Bennett, I've been on so many jobs where people are like, yeah, we can't have Bennett on this because he'd be pissed. So we decided to take him off.
No,
it's still my worst day ever.
So good.
First time I saw it, it might have been my worst day ever. I was with George and Beantown on 2.
Derek?
Who else?
I don't even know where you're
Sabina.
from. Oh, Sabina, okay.
You're getting censored for that.
Whatever, bring it up.
It's
He's a
you,
bean
George, and
He
Sabina
likes fucking
with
finger
2
bones.
hourly 1200s
Nope.
in a day. And
Nope.
you're 4 hours behind schedule, and you roll up to the Mackenzie place about 4 o'clock.
Oh, Mackenzie
And
Place.
you call for fucking
Don't do
help,
it.
and Bennett shows
The Mac
up.
Shack.
And
It's
Bennett is so mad. And I'm like, dude, like, I have to go eat something now.
Yes.
Like, you're gonna start this job, and Bennett's like, what the fuck am I doing here right now?
I do remember this.
And I'm like, you're right. I'm going to Jason's Deli. And George and Sabina were so mad about Jason's Deli. And I was sitting there eating salad bar, and their face is like, this is my last fucking day. And I don't like either of you. And go fuck yourself.
Oh, I totally remember that.
Yeah, and no, I just sent you home. You were so mad. And I bitched to the office like, I've never seen Bennett so mad in my life. And Trent's in there like, it's hourly. I don't care.
Bennett.
Like, fuck you. And then JD met me at 9:30 p.m. that night like, whoa, so the schedule is garbage, huh? JD,
Pretty much.
you just met me and it's 9:30. And we have a second. Do you see? Me and JD are moving all the furniture up the stairs, and Sabina and George are standing at the fucking elevator, just like mouth agape, just. And me and JD are working our asses off, and I'm like, "Are you fucking seeing this? How dare you? Like, is this okay? Is this okay, JD?" And he's just like. You're right. This is fucked up. And we went to the second unload, and I still had to throw down. George and Sabina refused to take that piano to the basement, and I had to tell that rich guy, oh my god, fuck that. That was my worst day.
Good to know.
Bennett, boot going off like that reminds me of that one day when me and Derek came to show up to help you. I don't remember who else was there. Like, it was for that chick who just got, like, that old lady who just got COVID out, like, in birth and all that, who wasn't supposed to be there. That stupid thick buffet that me and you had to get on because no one else could. Because no one else
had to carry that with Josh not doing anything out of the storage. But anyway, yeah.
Well, I think me and Bennett carried it furthest though. Because remember, like Bennett was like, "Sean, can you help me with this?" I was like, "What?" And I looked at it, I was like, "Fuck," because I remember after we did that. Me and Eckfield,
You guys had, like,
me and
8
Eckfield
people.
put that
No,
in that.
Eckfield
Me and
is
Eckfield put it
not
in there
involved at
because I
all.
remember after
In the
carrying it.
storage?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you guys said we did that 2 years prior.
Right.
And I remember me and Eckfield were the ones that moved it. Oh, god damn it, Bennett. Remember we got up carrying it like, oh. Bennett, I was so mad because after me and you did that, because I was sick as fuck when that happened, and you were sick as fuck.
Yeah.
And we were both just standing like, fucking
At
over this
least for
fucking
the
shit.
Unload, you guys had help. It was just me and Bennett essentially
to
for
load
the
up,
and that goddamn.
Well,
we
because
only
no.
had Schmeg. We had to put that in there on that.
No, because me and
Going up
Derek
that
showed
ramp
up to
was
help you
fucking
guys.
Brutal.
'cause
Yeah,
me and
that's
Derek-
what I'm saying.
Yeah, you
but
had to
it
go
was,
pick up
right.
more shit. And then
Yeah, then come help you guys. And I
When she
felt,
was
dude, I
trying to
was
move
so
all that
sick, bro.
fucking moldy
I
ass
was
shit,
so
but,
fucking
yeah.
sick, dog. Like, it was not okay. Me and Bennett, Bennett, I think that's when me and you were like at the height of our sickness.
now that we're all heated up
Right.
here, we're
Yeah,
If
now
I
the
can-
hate is coming.
Ah.
Hatred is rising.
If I
Sounds
could-
like a good time for me to drop my secret.
Drop your secret.
Yeah, so I don't know how many of you guys were on this job, but we moved like a Remax store in Loveland to a different
Nope.
Remax store.
I don't think so.
I
Nope,
know the
not me.
crew leaders were Jake and Eckfield. I was gonna tell Jake about this, but
That's
he's not
probably
here,
it.
so I'll say it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think James is there.
Was there
But
another
anyway,
truck?
this is like maybe my first week here. We have to take apart the standing desk that they had like custom made. It's all orange and Remax. Has like, it's huge. It's like from that wall to that wall, so maybe like 9 feet. Has all of these middle joists. Take it all apart, get them onto the truck. I'm trying to fucking bungee something, so I step on these, and it just fucking snaps. Like, just decimates itself beyond repair. and I don't say a goddamn.
I love
First
it.
week
I'm gonna
here.
say
And I remember getting there and then like trying not to let all the remix people see. Huh?
Because you had something.
That's damaged in transit, as we call it.
That's what they did. Yeah. I remember Eckfield and Jake standing there. They're like, "How did this happen? Like, what did we do?" Because Eckfield was kind of freaking out about it. And Jake's just like, "I don't know. Like, shit happened."
I shall call myself
Kept my
out.
fucking mouth shut for 3 years.
That's the first time I've ever heard this. Calm down, everybody.
You put that on a contract.
We are either going to keep going for a little bit or this is over.
Well, Ben, I need to call myself out for something.
Hold on, we'll give it another, we'll say 10 minutes.
All right. Kyle will call me out for it.
Well, yeah.
Because Boo was there on this job as well.
I'll make them quick, but go on.
Well, it was me, Boot, you, and who else?
Tay.
And Tay. Like last week, we were moving a desk, like a dining room table, and
That was the second job that we did.
go.
for
No,
that
go.
guy,
Just
but-
go.
No, we
Kyle,
put
go,
that
go.
guy in storage, and then we ended up picking up this thing. It was very obviously a desk, but Sean was just like, "No, we're good." And we pick it up.
I
And there's
was
a drawer,
ridiculously
and it just dropped
high.
directly on the ground, broke both the knobs off of it.
I
And
was.
he
days
didn't
ago,
even.
right?
He
That was
didn't-
like
yeah,
2 or 3 days ago.
exactly.
I was
Yeah.
ridiculously
Again,
high. That's my
Screw your
excuse.
moves,
Same
fuck
job-
that. I
right.
could have said something, and you guys said it.
did that to you?
They're gonna say
Cut
something.
this story, Mikey. Cut.
Probably.
Dude, they are. There's no.
You the
Hold
way,
on. It's,
the way
Yo.
you set it up against the drawer, like the side, like clearly it was.
No,
Good.
I put the side I
The way
broke
you put
away
that.
away from it,
Yeah, like-
opened the drawer,
Yeah.
put the nipples in there, and then closed it because I was
And
gonna go
then-
talk to him about it. Then I want to go hit another doink, and I forgot
That
about
one's so bad. I remember now.
again, if-
Boo, you
if
saw it
because
happen.
It's so obvious that we knew we broke it, and we turned it against that wall, and we're pretending like
Yes.
we didn't break it.
If we can draw
But
that
we-
back again, that was what I was talking about when I directly tracked mud into that guy's room immediately after he
Yeah,
was like, "This
immediately, yeah.
asshole."
That was
tracked
the same
mud into
dude.
my house."
Yeah. Oh,
Same guy.
and you know that
But-
bed frame? We had the king version today
Yes.
that went up. That was that fucking headboard.
That shit was so heavy, bro.
What story?
If I can pull two things together from the getting back to the Thor aspect. So the worst day that I had with Thor was the day that we moved those Asian people out of that house that they just like kept out and shit. And we had to put that all into storage. And they had that basement that they looked at. Like they were trying to like trap the fucking chick from The Exorcist in the basement.
Oh.
They had like 19 locks on the outside of the door.
Oh.
It was
Jesus
just super
Christ, dude,
fucking
yeah.
weird.
I remember
And then
that.
eventually we had to go to that other place that you had been the day before that you were like, this is going to be a shit show. And I was like, I'm sorry. Well, we're getting here at like 6 p.m., so we got to deal with it when we got to deal with it. But the other one that was just like classic, at least 2 you're here from that. But we had that job that it was us three that we moved those people into that house. It was Thor, me, and old Rowdy Row. And Thor ended up hitting my donkey and getting way too high, and he made you start dollying boxes into the basement.
I'll do whatever.
Right.
Boxes, I'll put
I'm
it
sure
in.
if you eventually like focused yourself, you could remember that. But god damn, that shit was because they had
It's
the
like the
grandmother
Homer Simpson
suite.
battle.
That it was like basically me and you were moving all the stuff into the grandmother suite, and Thor was just dollying boxes to the basement the whole time. And then eventually it got to the point that he was just like, I can't
Hey,
do
drop
this.
it.
He started making you do that.
on him.
But god damn, that shit was funny.
You got that
Definitely
year.
my most like permanent Thor moment from work, at least.
Can't do it, bro.
I was like, all right, we can take over this. It's not going to be great. You're not going to be having a better time than you were before, but
least I
you
won't
won't
be
be
alone.
have to be dollying boxes to that basement.
All right, Thor. You got anything else to tell us?
Final words.
Yeah, any exciting things?
Ah, fuck. I'm terrified to move to Minnesota. I might be back here. I'm definitely going to be back here in 2 to 5 years. I'm going to poach as many of you motherfuckers to come sell solar as I can. You're going to have to cut your hair a bit.
What's a sub?
Well,
about
you see,
me?
I'm more of
Never
a
even-
behind the scenes guy.
It's not how it works.
I'm more of a mover.
Did you know my brother posted the temperature in Minnesota?
More of an
yesterday?
install
Really?
guy.
It's negative 33.
Fuck yeah. That
So
is
it
door
seems-
knocking weather right there.
Super
That's what I'm
easy.
talking about.
At least you're going when it's going to
No,
start
no.
to get warmer.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
That's when you get invited in and you got a way better chance.
It makes you a man.
Just
Like
sexy.
more of like, you know, like
The ambiance.
like
kinda,
he's
yeah.
from California.
Yeah, no. Wait.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a
Me?
bit of that today where I was like, it's 30, I could totally wear a t-shirt.
But I guess last
I was in
words
a
on the
t-shirt
podcast
today.
for me is I don't regret a single day working here. This has been as shitty as it is. It's one of the best jobs I've ever had, and you guys made it that way.
Cheers.
Memories,
It's
Thor.
been a pleasure having
Cheers, boys!
Cheers to that.
And I think that's a
We've had
good
some
way
good
to
times,
end
some dark
this.
times.
Some in between.
A lot of in between.
Thor's been there for all of it.
He's been there for a while.
Let's get
The
wonky
bad
at
and
my house
the
tonight,
ugly.
Thor.
Goodbye,
Yeah,
Thor.
dude.
Bye, Thor. I
love
think
you,
we're all
Thor.
done.
I think we're all
Thor,
done.
we'll see you maybe sometime.
We'll
Love
be
you,
back
Thor.
someday.
All right.
Season 2 was hot, boys. We had drama, mystery, Salofi's gone.
What the fuck happened to that guy? We got a lot to talk about. See you next time. Woo!
But dude,
Come out.
I
I
mean,
mean
come
serious.
Yeah.
Dude, dude,
No toilet? No.
come on. Dude,
Okay.
dude.
No toilet? No. No toilet? Okay. No toilet? No toilet?
I mean, come on.
I mean, toilet? No toilet? Okay. No toilet? No toilet?
I mean, come on.
I mean, toilet?
Dude, dude.
No toilet? No.
Dude,
Okay.
dude.
No toilet? No. No toilet? Okay. No toilet? No toilet?
I mean, come on.
I mean, toilet? No toilet? Okay. No toilet? No toilet?
I mean, come on.
I mean, toilet?